Hi guys, it's me, INKIE, and today we will talk about this unit, this device, which called Mod Duo X. Basically, this multi-effect processor for desktop usage. It could suit for any musician, not only beatboxer or live looping artists. You can connect pretty anything here: guitar, synthesizer, keyboard, whatever you want. Because it is like a modular system, but inside small box. And today I will show you principles how it works. I will show as an example my previous song, which called Blue Flame, which was made only with my beatboxing and loop station. The main source of sound effects was from Mod Duo X. This unit have two processors inside, one quad-core 1.4 GHz and one dual-core 1.8 GHz, 2 gigs of RAM, 16 GB of storage. So it have a really huge amount of power to operate. Build quality of this box is really nice. Body feels solid, nothing wobbling, like feels like a tank. It feels not really heavy, pretty light, so you can put it in a case, small case, and put it in your backpack, and it's really good to go. So in front you have like 8 potentiometers. They are not infinity, and they are really nice to touch. They're really smooth, pleasant to rotate them. In the bottom you have like 4 buttons here, 3 buttons in the middle, and 2 endless encoders. You can rotate them and you can click them, both of them. And 2 screens left and right. We have here like regular MIDI in out, SPD out, USB-B to connect to your computer to access all settings of the unit, USB-A to connect any external controller or flash drive to make a backup. And actually you can connect here a USB hub and extend your controls like up to 16. So you can connect here 16 keyboards or 16 launch pads. So that's pretty crazy. Control chain port, which looks like Ethernet, but it's not. It's for extending the buttons. If you're a guitar player, you can connect here external pedal board and press the buttons to control your device with your feet. On the right side, as it mentioned here, input 1 and 2, so it's left and right. They could be used in a stereo pair, or signal could be split on like on a 2 mono. CV or expression pedal connecting here. You can choose this in the settings. And here is CV output or headphone jack. You can also choose this in the settings. Let's switch the camera angle and turn this device on. And that's the main screen of the device. I would like to mention that for my mic input I'm using this unit, Helicon Perform VE, and if you want to have a review on this device, just write in a comment. First cool thing I would like to show you, I told that we can use here a USB dongle to operate with your mobile phone, but the Bluetooth connection is not really fast, so I decided to go further and I connected the mini router to Mod Duo. And now this mini router can share the web interface of Mod Duo via Wi-Fi. I will show it. Right now I'm loading the Mod Duo web interface on a tablet. It's loading, yeah, okay, I'm in. I can do anything right now. If we will check this output volume, which assigned by default to this endless knob, you can see that knob here is rotating, or if I will turn this up and down here, you can see also that it's moving here. And yeah, I can access any parameters, any settings. So it's pretty easy, turn on, off, unplug, plug, anything I want. And I could do the same on my phone, so that doesn't mean that you need to have a tablet. You can do basically on any device which have a web browser. So it could be anything. The 4 buttons here is assignable to pretty anything. You can assign to any parameter you want. Also, these knobs are also assignable. So basically all these buttons and knobs could be assigned to pretty anything. The first coolest feature is instant snapshots. If I will, I don't know, if I will go to filter and just use bandpass filter, yeah, and we connect it here and to our outputs. Okay, right now we have our filter created, and for example, let's assign frequency to one of the knobs. So I choose this kind of faders things, that means assign to something, and you can choose device, MIDI, control chain, OCV. So I want to choose device because I want to assign to Mod Duo, and I will choose knob 1, then scroll down. I can save this. Okay, right now if you will watch here, this knob 1 is related to frequency, and as you can see I'm rotating and changing the frequency, yeah. And if I want to assign something else, and just go to settings, I don't know, order of filter, the same device, we can assign to button 1, save, okay, and assign the resonance to knob 2, save, and we have our free assignment. And now as you can see, this is our resonance, this is our frequency, this is order of a filter, and I'm switching them. And for example, I have these settings set it like this: order number 1, hit instant snapshot, it's memorized, change whatever I want, hit instant snapshot number 2, change whatever I want, change gain parameters to whatever I want, and boom, I'm on the snapshot number 1, boom, I'm on snapshot number 2, and I can do whatever I want, and changing and jumping between them really fast. And as you can see, I'm pressing buttons of snapshots and it's changing the parameters here. And on main screen of constructor of pedal board, you can see how much CPU you use, how much RAM you use. You can have instant bypass, turn on off. If you go to BPM, you can see all stuff related to a BPM, MIDI ports. So just everything is in front of you. And as I told before, if you want to connect external MIDI controller to control whatever you want, you just take your MIDI controller, connecting it. This USB port can provide a power supply, so I don't need to plug it in any kind of power socket. And then I'm just, for instance, taking generators, this DX7 Yamaha emulator, oops, not this, connect MIDI here, disconnect audio from here, connect audio here, and right now I can play. How cool is that? And I can go to settings and choose different preset of sound, for example. No, one more. And of course I have access to all settings of this synthesizer. Yeah, it looks really crazy, but yeah, it is how it is. But you can do whatever you want. The next thing you can do with the MIDI controller, for example, I have created the faders on my launchpad in user mode, so I can assign pretty everything to this. And I'm just going to inside the MIDI settings, and I already mapped this, so I'm pressing save, and boom, I'm having my frequency changing with the faders going slightly backwards or forward. So that's amazing. Or I can go fast with you know, hard pressing, or a little faster, or again slow. And I can do the same with resonance. For example, go MIDI, press save, hit the preferable mapping, and then go back and forward, both of them. So yeah, that's really awesome. Right now I will move to my PC and show you in the full details how I created track Blue Flame, an audio routing, you know, snapshots, triggers, and everything. So you will have a whole idea how to use it with beatbox performance for live looping, for example. Okay, so right now we are on the web interface of Mod Duo X, the unit connected to my PC. And yeah, this constructor of a pedal boards. So here you have your pedal board library. That's where your stuff is storing, and you can see what you have here. Here's banks. I have only one, and some of the, you know, pedal boards are empty because some songs I created before Mod Duo, and I'm not using it in my tracks. Okay, and this is a plugin store. Some plugins are with the price tag, but not too much of them, and some of them you could use in a trial period, and the price tag usually not too high. So as you can see, yeah, not too much plugins with the price tag. We have like 312 plugins here, and they are separated by categories. And if I will turn on show beta plugins, we will have like 764 plugins. That's really crazy amount. And as you can see, they have a beta tag here. Could be not stable, but you know, there is nothing to worry about. If something going wrong, you can just you know, restore your settings from your backup, which you can do in the settings, and you can just tick these two boxes and you know, backup your user data with a USB flash drive, and then you can just, you know, plug the same USB flash drive and press restore data, and you are good to go. Okay, so I think we should go straight to my pedal board I created for song Blue Flame. So just go to pedal board library and click on it. Okay, right now we're here. I'm always having a hardware bypass button here, and it's assigned to the Mod Duo on the right. So as you can see, I'm bypassing my sound, because if I don't need any kind of stuff from Mod Duo and just pressing one button, and I don't need to worry about like is there something in chain turned on, off, or whatever. Just one button cut everything. That's really useful. And then the audio signal flows from right to left. It goes straight to a gate, stereo gain, and then the cool feature, the toggle switch. That's where the sound routing is switching to different destinations, yeah, or even to different switches, where there goes again to a different destinations. So that's really cool to having these kind of switches. I can route my sound pretty anywhere. So let's start with just a simple, I think, kick sound here, and I will load snapshot for kick. As you can see, the switch now is in position number 2. It sounds going to envelope filter, and then to the gain staging, tiny gain. And if I will do just a simple leap roll kick, yeah, it's kind of flat, yeah. And if we turn off bypass, you obviously can hear the difference in the sound. Let's move next to, for example, snare. And right now you see the position is on number 3. And I have this flange chorus effect. And what I'm doing there, I'm doing this
kind of snap claps from a collapse. And if I would turn off bypass, one, two, three, four, five. As you can hear, the sound of this effects plugin right now is not consistent. It's all wobbly. And because of that, I'm doing like 3 or 4 layers, I don't remember exactly, of this. And when I'm layering again and again, it starts to hear like a true claps. That's really cool. Let's move on. Let's load hi-hats. And if I would turn off bypass. And as you can see, the switch now wrote in signal here. So it's just a high pass filter with the reverb. We can go to next snapshot is the vocals. And I have here autotune enabled. And after autotune I have again high pass, and then after the high pass filter I separated my audio in reverb and delay. And they works in a parallel. That's cool feature because I can route my sound anywhere. I can add like 10 different delays and they will all work in a parallel. That's really crazy. And if I turn off bypass and just do random singing, I just do the random singing. And you can hear the autotune is not really hardcore, but obviously it's you can hear it. And the next really interesting part is synth. Let's go. Okay, the synth is loaded, and I have the trigger to play sequencer, which is for this. Oh, it's too huge. To this sequencer, if I hit play on my Duo, it starts playing. Okay, and the main thing that I'm using vocoder and I'm using my voice as a modulator, and by carry acting this soul wave synth here. And if I will start playing it and just do a humming like ooh or okay, or if I will do like pa 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 pa. Yeah, you're not really hearing like I'm changing my intonation of voice. If we will try to speak, you're not really hearing my voice. Not voice, I mean the speech itself, because I have the settings set it like that. So if I will change them and turn off.
So right now you can hear how I'm speaking, and you can hear how I'm speaking.
Yeah, so that's really depends on settings you're setting on a vocoder here. Yeah, let's move on and change a snapshot to another sound. And here is playing this sequencer with these notes. Just doing a humming. Okay, the cool thing that I'm having different scenes here, and I have different preset for this, not here in a user, for this synth, okay? And when I'm switching to another snapshot with arpeggio stuff, you can hear the arpeggio appears, and the preset in these things is also changed. That's really handy, feature, and really cool to work with. So what I did here, I assigned one knob to, as I remember correctly, decay. And then when I'm rotating decay, you can hear how sounds change. And it's adding a really cool vibe, like appearing something, you know, huge. Oh yeah, and last thing here is just white noise. So it's nothing special, just white noise. Overall, you can see here how my sounds rotate here, reverb, equalization, how I use the trick to modulate the synths with my voice through the vocoder. Right now we are on a 33, 35, 30% of CPU load. There is a lot of stuff you can still add here. You know, this was like song created with only 6 snapshots, and you know, I still only have 2 knobs being mapped for this song, and that's really crazy, because the one coolest feature here that you have 3 layers of control here. So what I mean, you can switch the pages. So I press this. This is the page number 2. And these are all empty. I don't have any mapping here. And you can have 3 of them. That's really crazy. I think we should make some conclusion here. Yeah, and let's do this.
Let's have like our pros and cons. Firstly, let's start with pros. In pros, I will add that it's really nice build quality, really lightweight, really compact. The second is huge amount of power inside this box. The third is really wide spectrum of usage. The fourth, it has USB host, so you can connect pretty anything, any controller. The 5, ability to connect via web interface is really cool. The 6, updates is really frequent. So let's move to cons right now. And the first one, this device is really sensitive to ground loops. So be aware when you set in your setup or in studio or somewhere else with this unit. Number 2, the web interface. And I'm saying this again because in the current firmware, you're not able to create any patch just using interface of Mod Duo. You always should be connected via your smartphone, tablet, PC, Mac, whatever has a web browser. And I told firmware because in the future updates, developers told that they will implement this ability to build pedal boards just with the interface of Mod Duo X. So it is a not so huge disadvantage. And I think that's all with the pros and cons for me. I just decided to highlight which were on the surface for me when I was working with the Mod Duo X. If you want to learn more about this device, especially about effects and plugins which are inside this box, you could go just to their website, I will put link in the description, and view the whole collection of plugins. And one awesome thing I would like to add, if you want a secret discount from INKIE for -5% in the Mod Devices store, you could go just in the link in the description and use my promo code. Bye bye.